Good evening from San Ignacio Town. With the 9 o'clock news, I am Patrick Jones. In the headlines, Belize is represented at a cultural pageant in Trinidad and Tobago. Small Business Development Center to hold entrepreneurship workshop in Belize City. And police detain one man on an attempted murder charge. Stay tuned for details of these and other stories coming up after these messages. More vehicle owners are switching to the PureGuard line of motor oils, and with good reason. PureGuard comes in different grades and specifications. It carries the API certification and comes with the Westrac stamp of approval, guaranteed to make your engine run cleaner and longer, up to 10,000 miles. With PureGuard motor oil, your engine will have less wear and tear, give you maximum performance on the road, and give your vehicle better fuel mileage.
PureGuard, good quality, affordable oil.
Distributed exclusively by Westrac Limited, with branches in Spanish Lookout, Belmopan, Belize City, and Orange Walk Town.
Belize Camping Experience would like to thank everyone who makes BCE successful and meaningful.
To our summer camp supporters and volunteers who came from communities across Belize.
To all who supported, contributed,
and volunteered with our Harvest for Kids project.
Funds raised through last year's rice and corn crop will help maintain BCE's children's programs through 2015.
You can also support BCE by buying your bag of Circle R Premium Rice with the Harvest for Kids logo, now in a new package.
Together we can and will make a positive difference in this beautiful country of Belize.
Here now is the news in details. Belize will have representation at an Indian cultural pageant this weekend in Trinidad and Tobago. Miss East Indian Belize 2015-2016, Namita Balani, is in Port of Spain for the Miss Diwali Nagar pageant on Sunday evening. According to reports from Trinidad, Miss Balani is getting good reviews and is expected to do well in Sunday's pageant. TNC News spoke with Sylvia Perez, the president of the Corozal Organization of East Indian Cultural Heritage. She told us that the Belize contestant stands to gain a lot from participation in the Diwali Nagar pageant.
Of course, we had a local pageant where we tried to get different East Indian descent to participate. And she was from Belize City. And her name is Namita Balani. Of the 7 contestants, she came in first. So the first prize was a ticket to Trinidad to participate in the Diwali Nagar, and that was funded by the National Council of Indian Culture in Trinidad. So presently she is there since Tuesday, getting ready to participate in the Diwali Nagar pageant, which will be on Sunday. Last night they had the fashion show, and according to what I understand, she was a favorite in the crowd.
Now, what does it mean to you and to your organization to have Namita representing Belize in this pageant?
Well, for me, most of all, it's promoting Belize on a whole, not only our Belizean East Indians, but Belize on a whole, because many times when we visit Trinidad, they did not know that East Indians exist also in the country of Belize. So for me, that's a great step forward in promoting that, yes, we do exist in Belize.
Will there be any special presentation depicting the East Indians in Belize that Namita will be making in Trinidad and Tobago on Sunday?
Oh yes, well, in her introduction, she will be, giving something about the country and where she came from. That's for the introduction, and then she will also be doing an East Indian dance for her talent show.
Did she take any special costumes that she will display during the pageant?
Well, it will be East Indian Indian costume. She'll be wearing a Punjabi.
Of course, you and all the rest of us were hoping for the best for Namita in Trinidad on Sunday.
We are, and we hope that she'll bring home the crown. So far, she's doing well, and she is feeling happy about participating and meeting new friends. And she told me last night that all the other 12 participants are very friendly.
The Diwali Nagar pageant will be held on Sunday evening, and we will have the results on Monday's newscast. The final results of general elections were announced late last night for the Stand Creek West constituency. As we had indicated in yesterday's newscast, the PUP's Rodwell Ferguson retained the seat, but by the narrowest of margins, with only 8 votes. On election night, it was initially announced that the UDP's Walter Garbutt had pulled off the upset, but shortly after it was discovered that not all of the votes had been properly tallied. What resulted was a lengthy back and forth and a recount, which then gave the win to Rodwell Ferguson. Not satisfied, Walter Garbutt demanded another recount, which was done yesterday, and the final results announced last night. Rodwell Ferguson garnered 3,300 votes, while Walter Garbutt received 3,292 votes. Milton Palacio of the Belize Progressive Party garnered 48 votes, and 35 ballots were rejected. So a brief analysis of Wednesday's general elections shows that a total of 142,881 votes were cast. That is 72.68% of the registered electors who voted. The PUP obtained 67,566 total votes, while the UDP garnered a total of 71,452 votes. The BPP received 2,336 total votes. You're watching the 9 o'clock news. We will have more of the day's stories for you right after these messages.
The Belize Tire Depot, your one-stop destination. What you will find is a first-class selection of solid, dependable, quality products from the names you can trust. We carry a full line of urea and SureTech tools and equipment to meet every need, from light maintenance around the house to heavy-duty fieldwork. Our tire workshop features the full array of Pirelli, Nexen, and Nankang tires for every vehicle and any terrain. Our trained technicians' #1 priority is to ensure you and your family's safety and security on the road. It's all here at the Belize Tire Depot. From reliable equipment, world-class time-tested tires, to sturdy, durable tools. Merchandise that's built to last with quality guaranteed.
Are you always on the go? Tired of missing your favorite games while they're actually being played? Watch your games and sporting events live with Central TV and Internet's incredible MyTV. Simply log on to www.mitv.bz to get easy access to 25 channels, no matter where you are. With Central TV and Internet's MyTV, you're always in the game.
Welcome back to the 9 o'clock news. The Small Business Development Center Belize, an entity of the Belize Trade and Investment Promotion Unit, Beltrade, in partnership with Young America's Business Trust, is coordinating a 5-day business lab focused on intellectual properties and commercialization of creative industries. The forum opens on Monday morning in Belize City and runs through to Friday, November 13th. According to an official release, the objective of this workshop is to provide skills training to institutions that implement economic development programs by providing potential local trainers and facilitators with a flexible and effective methodology to create a heightened awareness to explore opportunities to start up their business. It will also focus on providing participants with hands-on training and helping them acquire tools that will aid them in the development of innovative ideas and their implementation. Guest speakers at the opening of the workshop on Monday morning will be Ambassadors Orem Bar-El of Israel and Nestor Mendes, the chairman of the Inter-American Council for Integral Development. 2 men from Dangriga town have been arrested on firearms-related charges. They are 20-year-old Emai Kramer Valerio and 21-year-old Marcos Zuniga. Police say that on Wednesday evening they saw Valerio and Zuniga double riding on a bicycle on Ecumenical Drive. Upon seeing the police mobile, the 2 men reportedly turned into an open lot but were pursued by the cops. Police say they observed one of the men throw away an object. When it was retrieved, that discarded object turned out to be a .38 revolver with 2 live rounds and 1 expended shell. Valerio and Zuniga have been arrested and charged for the crimes of kept firearm and ammunition without a gun license. A Belize City man has been arrested and charged for the offense of attempted murder. This follows a shooting incident early on Wednesday morning. 18-year-old Trevor Yard Jr. sustained a gunshot wound to the left upper side of the groin area in the shooting, which happened around 2:30 on Wednesday morning. According to police investigations, Yard was walking on Freetown Road towards Kelly Street when he was approached by a man who took out a firearm and fired a single shot, causing his injury. Police have since arrested and charged the 22-year-old Malcolm Myers for the crimes of attempted murder, grievous harm, and the use of deadly means of harm. The news on the National Channel.
Are you always on the go? Tired of missing your favorite games while they're actually being played? Watch your games and sporting events live with Central TV and Internet's incredible MyTV. Simply log on to www.mitv.bz to get easy access to 25 channels, no matter where you are. With Central TV and Internet's MyTV, you're always in the game.
Belize Camping Experience would like to thank everyone who makes BCE successful and meaningful.
To our summer camp supporters and volunteers who came from communities across Belize.
To all who supported, contributed,
and volunteered with our Harvest for Kids project.
Funds raised through last year's rice and corn crop will help maintain BCE's children's programs through 2015.
You can also support BCE by buying your bag of Circle R Premium Rice with the Harvest for Kids logo, now in a new package.
Together we can and will make a positive difference in this beautiful country of Belize.
The final segment of the news tonight is a look at the weather for the weekend, which indicates that relatively moist and unstable conditions will continue to affect the country for the next day and a half. The general forecast for Belize and her coastal waters is for cloudy skies tonight and tomorrow morning. Winds over the open sea and along the coast will be easterly to southeasterly at 5 to 15 knots, becoming gusty near the heavier showers and thunderstorms. The sea state will be choppy, becoming locally rough at times. Operators of small craft should exercise caution. Low temperatures tonight will be around 78 degrees Fahrenheit along the coast, 73 degrees Fahrenheit inland, and 70 degrees Fahrenheit up in the hills. The tides, there will be a low tide at 14 minutes past 1 o'clock in the morning. The sun will rise at 6 minutes to 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. It will set at 19 minutes past 5 o'clock tomorrow evening. The extended forecast, valid through to Sunday afternoon, is for some cloudy spells with showers or thunderstorms becoming generally isolated. And that is a look at the weather with information provided by forecaster Michael Gentle at the Belize Weather Bureau. To end the news, we take a look at the headlines again. Belize represented at cultural pageant in Trinidad and Tobago. Small Business Development Center to hold entrepreneurship workshop in Belize City. And Belize City Police detained one man on an attempted murder charge. With the headlines, we end this edition of the 9 o'clock news. As we head out this Friday evening, we hope that you and your family will have a safe and an enjoyable weekend. Join us back here at the news desk on Monday for another newscast. Thank you for joining us. I am Patrick Jones. Have a good evening and a good night.